So in today's episode, we have a very special guest, a fellow podcast host on our good friends, The Confessional Podcast. Big up Rick and Mikey over there. So how's it going today, Kimmi Kaiy? You mind introducing yourself to our TBC members?
Yeah, my name's Kimmi Kaiy. I am obviously a host on the Confessional. Oh my god, I can't even talk. The Confessional Podcast. I am probably more known for my dark humour content on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of them good things, and I also do OnlyFans. So yeah, that's me.
Nice, such a busy lifestyle, mate. I wish I could fucking do all that and just quit my job, just get on OnlyFans and do this pod.
We've toyed with the idea of making an OnlyFans. We were going to call it like the Rodcast.
No, I was going to call it TBC After Dark.
TBC After Dark, but like we put some feelers out on our stories and got like no votes. So it was like, yeah, let's fucking park that.
I think our only vote was like Ryan's grandma or something.
Yeah, the grandma was like, go on, lads. Not even knowing what it was.
Discount, so that's you would be no good.
It's so funny. Well, how did it come about? Like getting on the confessional, how did that happen?
So if you want my entire backstory, I started TikTok a while ago, just to annoy my daughter. So she's 18 now, so it's like 4 years ago. So she was 14, and I said she had quite a few followers, and I was like, I guarantee I can get more followers than you within a few months. And she was like, okay. So we had that bet. Posted some stupid videos, and it literally just went mental straight away. And then I think I was doing like adult humour at the beginning, but I kept getting banned, so I had to change it, and I went to dark humour. I love dark humour anyway, and that went even more viral than the adult humour. So I was like, oh, we're on to a winner. So I just carried on with that. Then doing TikTok, people were asking me for OnlyFans, and I was like, no, I'm never going to do that. And I was like, oh, just give it a go, and we'll just show boobs, and that'll be it. That like I'll just get a bit of pocket money from it. Did that. That went insane, and I was making more than my yearly wage in a month on OF. So yeah.
What were you doing for your job before you was doing that? You don't mind me asking.
I worked for NHS 111 as a health advisor.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I was making more money, and I did want to stay at my job for a while, but then Tourette's happened all of a sudden overnight, and I wasn't allowed at work it was about a year that they would not let me go in. They wouldn't let me go on the phones and stuff. So after a year of trying to fight to get my job back, they finally let me go back. But I was earning a lot of money at that time, and I was like, do you know what? Just stick your job at your ass. I'm not going to do this anymore. And I just quit. I built my studio in my garden and did OF full-time as well as TikTok and everywhere else. And then, yeah, I've known Rick since I pretty much started on TikTok. So we literally just followed each other and just started chatting just as mates. It was Rick's idea to actually do OnlyFans because he started it before me, and he was like, I'm making some quite good money on it. You should. I was like, is it worth a go? And he was like, yeah, just give it a go. So yeah, that's literally how it all started. So yeah, I've been friends with Rick for a while. Then he asked me just to be a guest on the podcast, and I was like, yeah, cool, that sounds cool. And I went on, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I've been a massive fan of that podcast like since I went on. And then I went back a few more times when Johan was on holiday and stuff, and I just really liked it. And then the day that Rick asked me to be a full-time host, I was like, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, here we are today.
That's so good. Honestly, I remember when, like I said, we was having the conversations with Rick ourselves, and he was possibly mentioning about having a new co-host and stuff. And to be fair, I actually thought myself like you've been in on it because I listen to the confessional like, all the time, and I noticed obviously you've been on it quite a few times like before. Yeah. So it made perfect sense really for you to be on it.
I love it so much. I love the format. I love chatting to Rick. Mikey's like my annoying little brother. I know he's older than me, but he is like my annoying little brother. Yeah, I love it so much. It's really good, really fun. I'd love to sack off OnlyFans and just do podcasts, YouTube, and social media. But at the minute, the rest of them don't pay very well. So
yeah, that's true.
I still have to keep the OF going for now. But yeah, that's the plan in the future.
So do you make any money from like TikTok as well then? Because we know you've got shitloads of followers and stuff, haven't you?
I've got 420,000 on TikTok. I used to be in the Creator Fund, but it like plummeted my views massively. So I just came out of it. So I don't make any money on there unless I do lives. And then I get a couple of quid. That's literally it.
So what's that, the creative one that you said then?
The Creative Fund is you have to have videos over a minute long and you get paid for your views. But my jokes are really short, so I don't really make long form content. So I was having to force myself to make longer videos and they just were shit. So sorry. Yeah. So I just came out of it. People do make good money on there, but it's just not it's not within my realm. I don't like selling stuff either, so I didn't want to do brand deals and stuff on there or go onto TikTok Shop. I just feel like it's a bit of a sellout, really. So I just like the humour side of it, so that's what I wanted to stay with. I get paid on Facebook for ads on reels and stuff and ads on posts, which is not too bad. It's not like you couldn't live on it. Yeah. It's just pocket money, really. But yeah, I get paid on there. Get paid on Twitter, and I don't get anything from Instagram. So, and the podcast at the minute is just making enough to support itself. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not monetized on YouTube yet either, so I don't get paid from that. So I literally just get paid from OF. So yeah.
That's mad though that you can make enough to live off it, because I've gone back and forth with it so many times. I've been like, I'd love to do it because the money's ridiculous.
It's actually insane.
And it's just
so I've had a really shit few months on there. It's not low wage. It's to me it's low wage. But yeah, the last 2 weeks it's just gone insane again because I had a viral video on TikTok and
and then you see the link tree.
So many people. So many people have just signed up, and so the last 2 weeks has been a bit mental, to be honest.
So do you find on there, because I know the way it works is obviously there's 3 different ways, and there's subscription based, and then there's where you have free access but you have to pay for content, and then there's another one where you can subscribe and then you make them pay on top. So is yours?
Mine is $10 to join. You get stuff on the homepage. You get fully you get full explicit stuff, but my premium videos where I've gone to a studio, filmed it, edited it, and all that jazz.
Is that Mike who does it?
I do charge for them. Yeah, Mikey does everything. So he's my stunt cock as well. So he's the only person I work with. He's my stunt cock. I've got a bubble that says stunt cock on it.
That's so funny. So how long is it then you've been doing the OnlyFans? Quite a few years, or is it?
It's about 4 years, I think.
And have you consistently done it? Because I know Rick's dipped in and out, hasn't he?
Yeah, I have consistently done it. So the last few months I've been a bit slack. But yeah, consistently for the last 4 months I've posted every single day. So yeah.
That's insane. Do the school run and get back and just fucking what you've all out.
Yeah, dressing gown off, maid outfit underneath. Let's go. But do you know?
I've just done 2 full days in a studio filming for OF. So I like to bulk my content when I'll make it all, and then I've got it for the months to post out. So I spent 2 days in the studio and made 8 videos, and it was torture.
Bloody hell, I bet you need one of them donuts to fucking sit on.
Yeah, I do.
What is it, like a hemorrhoid donut?
Yeah.
So
yeah, honestly, it was intense.
Do you know, besides obviously the proper... Oh, wow. Do you know, besides obviously the adult side of it and stuff, do you still try and put some humorous concepts in there as well?
Yes, so my videos are very tongue-in-cheek. They're not serious. They're just I'm trying to think of one that I did over the weekend. So I did a police officer one, so 2 police officers. I was a police officer, he was a police officer, and it was coming in, talking about the riots and discussing how stressful our day was. And then it was we've got a quick 5 minutes before the sergeant walks in. That kind of thing.
Proper Brazzers porn kind of level.
Yeah, just proper cheesy, 90s, just cheesy porn.
And is that Mike as well, the stunt cock?
Yeah, he does everything. He literally
Unreal,
does everything that all the content, I make everything, but he does everything else. So he'll do all the editing, he'll do the recording, literally everything. Like, I wouldn't have known how to get on here if it wasn't for him.
No way.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Have you done like a pizza delivery one? Like, I've got no money to pay for you.
I did that 2 days ago. So
No way.
It was actually the pizzas arrived and he opens the box. He had a Deliveroo costume on as well.
No way.
Opens the box and I was like, I didn't ask for a pizza. I asked for a cream pie.
I thought he was going to say, I didn't order sausage.
We was going to do that, but it was too classic. So I said I asked for a cream pie, and then, you can guess what happened next.
You had a pizza, right?
Yeah. Well, we actually did finish with a pizza in bed. That was the end of the video. We sat in bed with a pizza.
Just like cheersed it together, like.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
No way. That is amazing.
I was going to ask, like, in case we move off OnlyFans, I didn't want to like bring it back into it. If you don't mind me asking, because I asked Rick the same question, is there a weirdest request you've had from a follower?
Oh my God, I've had so many.
Is it like those that you've turned down as well and been like, no?
I've turned down loads, so I don't really make customs and stuff, because I don't like to be told what to do, so I film whatever I want to film. So I do turn down loads of custom requests. If they're really simple, then I'll probably do them if I feel like it. But yeah, but I've had dude that was into armpits. He didn't want to see my face. He didn't want to see anything else, just my armpits. And basically just like, I have shaved armpits, so they're not hairy. They're not like what you would expect them to be. They're just bold armpits. And he paid $25 for one picture of an armpit, and he would ask me daily for repeated pictures of my armpits.
Such good money.
It's insane. And then I had a dude that was into drowning, and he offered me money to go to a house with a pool and film in the pool. He was going to pay for the equipment as well, so the underwater cameras and stuff. I would have just used a GoPro anyway. But he asked me to chain myself to the bottom of the pool, have sex, and then act like I'd drowned. And I was like, I'm not going to do that, dude. That's just odd.
That is so specific.
That is brilliant.
It's really, really specific.
It weren't fucking Michael Barrymore, was it?
God.
Might have to edit that out. Fucking made myself laugh that one. That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, there's loads of like odd and wonderful things on there. Like, I don't kink shame anyone. If you've got a kink, then cool. You do whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anyone. Like, you like whatever you like, that's cool. But just doesn't mean that I'm going to participate in everything.
Yeah, defo. What's again, if you don't mind me asking, is there an offer that someone's made that's like silly money? Like, because I think, what did Rick say the highest thing he
was that when he wanted to take a shit?
Someone wanted him to shit on the bed facing the camera for like 600 quid, I think he said it was.
Yeah, $600, yeah.
Yeah, someone's asked me to send them a shit for 1,000, and I was like, no.
What, like a physical turd?
Yeah, in a box.
For £1,000?
Yeah.
You said no?
I would have done that.
You could have got Mike to shit in the box.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what I think about? When that's being posted, if that gets pulled by anyone to get checked, I don't want them knocking on my door asking why I posted this shit. I don't even know if that's legal. Is it? I don't know.
I know that you can send it off to like check your microbiome and your gut and stuff. So
you can, can't you?
You could just be like, I thought I sent it to like Zoe app, like to check my dirt, like see if you've got any allergies.
I think it might be frowned upon, like masturbating on an airplane. There's no, it's not illegal, but like you just shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh God. I've got loads of like fart guys on there that like farts. Yeah.
Oh, like in a jar?
They just like you to fart on camera.
That's
and the louder and ripplier, the better.
I didn't hear a girl fart until I was about until I was like, I think it was until I met Beth. Like, because growing up,
really?
My mum never farted. Like, I don't know why, she just never did. And then when I got like my first proper girlfriend and stuff like that, like she'd never fart, and I'd always be like, "You can fart, you know, like you're gonna give yourself bellyache and shit." Like, do you know what I mean? And then I think I met Beth, and after like being with Beth for like a week, she was fucking smashing massive farts out, and I was like, I actually think it's quite like, you know, I like it that they feel like relaxed around.
Yeah, it's comforting.
You know what I mean?
Do what you want.
What was the first one like that you heard from her? Did you like? Was you shocked?
Like,
I actually can't remember. I can't remember. I think I farted in front of her, I think, because I was holding them in because I didn't feel comfortable. And then I think I went downstairs in the house at the time in the kitchen and I was fucking ripped out the biggest fart going, mate. And I think she heard it upstairs and I was like, oh yeah, shit. But then, yeah, like, it was other than that, like, I was
free for all.
Yeah, I was with my ex for like 7 years and I never heard her fart once, apart from when she did like the Ghost with Patrick Swayze, where she ran and jumped up to me and I like picked her up and she farted.
Just squeeze her a bit too tight.
It's the only time I heard a fart.
Oh no, that was awful for her.
No.
Holding it in for 7 years, Jesus.
Mate, she was like, I don't know, it's weird. Like when she used to go for a piss, she'd turn on the tap and stuff like that. So I couldn't hear her wee.
No.
Like touch the.
I leave my door open. I do. Even if my friends have got my kids have got their friends around, I just leave the door open.
Just recording an OnlyFans, don't mind me.
We're doing a plumbing one. Be down in a minute.
I don't like the door closed. It feels claustrophobic.
No, like the first woman I ever heard fart was my grandmother, and I thought must have been about
the best one.
Must have been about 9.
Just fucking dust.
Literally, I think I was like stirring. It was about 5:30 in the morning, like rolling over, and I just heard like, and the only person in the room was there, and I was like, what the fuck? That's disgusting. But well done. That was a great sound, grandmother. Well played. Like a fucking motorbike.
Farts literally make everyone laugh, don't they? I don't know why. I don't even know what's funny about them.
Mate, I've worked at so many places before where someone farts and I'll fucking laugh my head off howling. And then, like, at one place, I think I was watching a video actually the other day, reminding me, do you know when someone like coughs over a fart? Like,
Yeah.
I seen a video the other day where they deliberately miss the judgment of it,
Yeah.
and they'll go just to see everyone's reactions. But yeah, at one of my old workplaces, like the owner of the company, he had some noise cancelling headphones on, listening to music, and he farted proper loud, but didn't know he farted.
Oh.
And I burst out laughing, and like no one else was laughing, and like a couple of people was like, "Oh, you're so childish, laughing at a fart." And I'm like, "How the fuck is that childish to laugh at a fart?" Like,
What was he just probably carrying on like the
he
concentrating?
took his headphones off, and I went, "You're just shouting, mate." It was so fucking funny. I forgot about that.
Farting's literally universally funny.
I love
It's
farting.
the best.
It's so funny.
It certainly is, man. I wanted to ask something, Kimmi, because I listened to you on that mildly controversial podcast. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's really good, that, by the way.
Mildly controversial.
Proper funny. One of them's from Manchester as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny. But you mentioned that I think you did like any your worst opinion or like your unpopular opinion or whatever.
Unpopular opinion.
And you mentioned something about like us living in a simulation. And
Yeah.
can you tell Jay what you did to try and prove the theory?
So, I 100%, I either believe we're in a simulation or we've done all this before already and we're just on a loop. That's my theory. So, I don't think we ever die. I think when you die, you go back and you start your life all over again. I don't know how that makes sense.
Do you think you come back as something else?
I was saying,
I'd like to believe in reincarnation, but I think it's reincarnation back to yourself. I think it's like it's on repeat. So we've only been so far as when we die, and then we always die at that point, and we're always born in the same body, and we repeat it over and over again. That's what I think. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before, but that's just my conspiracy. But the simulation thing could also be real. I think like the speed of light is the highest processing speed we can get. So I think that's part of it. There's
a reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one day we was in the car, me and Mikey was in the car, and we was driving down, I was talking about simulation, and I was like, literally everything here is a simulation, and this is my world, and that's his world. And I was like, okay, so what about that car in front then? And I was like, they're an NPC, they don't have a life outside of that car that they're in right now. And I was like, shall we follow it then? And I was like, yeah, let's follow it. And then I thought about it, and I was like, how long are we going to actually follow them for? Like, let's put a limit on it. So we said like half an hour. That was our limit. But as soon as we said that, they turned the corner, and then they turned the corner again, and they pulled into a pub that's not very well known. It's in a really quiet area. And I was like, oh, okay. So they pulled in the car park, and I was like, oh, they're just going in the pub. And he was like, no, they're going there so that we don't follow them. And I was like, oh, okay. So we were driving out the car park, and without warning, he slammed his brakes on, ran out the car, ran into the pub to see what they were doing, and they were just stood at the bar, and then he came back out again. I was like,
I was just going to say, is that how you met Rick? Went on the pod.
So they were just staring at him like, what the fuck's going on? He's just run into this pub, stared at them, walked out. But he got back in the car, but there was a dude like over the road, just sat on a bench, doing nothing, literally staring into space. And I was like, that's another NPC. So we went and did our shopping. And on the way back, we was passing that street, and I was like, can we go and see if they're still there? Like, see if their car's still there, and see if that guy's still on the bench. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we drove back around to the pub. Their car was gone, but the dude was still sat on the bench. And I was like, maybe he's an NPC, just sat there doing nothing.
Do you know?
So, yeah.
I was going to say, I have one similar kind of story that I can relate to on that. I remember once, and it was really weird because my older brother experienced something very similar to me as well. It was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I was like walking home from the train station, and I was walking up a long hill towards my house, and directly in front of me, like walking the same way as I was. So like he was walking away from me, and I was following him, but I was on my way home, and he was like a silhouette, and I was following him and like watching him, and then I must have like looked down, looked up, and he was gone. And it was so weird because I remember that I was like properly like tripping and thinking like, what the fuck? Because he just disappeared, because there was like nowhere he could have gone. And
there's so much weird stuff that happens, like deja vu. I think that's a glitch in the Matrix or in the computer, whatever it is. I
was going to say, have you ever seen that meme where it's do you know, remember the game Sims, where you'd give your character like a command to go and take a shower or something, or if like you press something it didn't work and they just walk into a room and stand there. Do you know, like, do you ever like go upstairs to get something and forget what you've gone to get, and then you go downstairs and it says like, that's like when your host says something to go and get something, and
why the fuck am I coming in?
And then you sit there like that, and then they give you another command, and it's like, go make a room, and you go, oh yeah, shit, I'll go make a room, and you just go downstairs.
That's fucking mental.
There's another theory to that though. So there's another one where you walk into a room and you forgot what you're in there for. So some people say that that's because you've bumped into an alien or someone that you shouldn't have done, and they've erased your memory so that you don't remember why you went in there.
Wow.
Do you believe that?
I don't know. Why not?
I mean, the thing is, there's only two possibilities. Like, we either are alone or we're not. And they're both very terrifying.
That there's life out there.
There's got to be. There's like trillions of galaxies, man. 100%. And we're the smartest of all the trillions of galaxies. No fucking way. We're all fucking idiots.
I only think it's mad in that respect that no one's reached out to us and we've not. You know,
or have they?
No, but do you know what I mean? Though, like, no one's like come to us, or like there's like satellites floating around the solar system and shit, like taking pictures constantly, and I just think it's mad that nothing's ever been picked up. I
think it has. I think they just hide it.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I know before the pod you said about what the two things not to speak about, and I'm actually going to ask a quick question about one of them. If you don't mind me asking, are you religious?
So I was brought up a Catholic, but I'm atheist.
I was going to say, so yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
My mum is a very, very religious lady, and she brought us all up Catholic, went to Catholic school. I used to pray every night, go to church and all that jazz. And yeah, I don't believe in any of it. I believe in science. That's what I believe in.
And conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Ones that can't be proved by science. So the flat earth one, absolutely not. That's just bullshit, 100%, because it's been proven time and time again that can't happen. The other stuff, like the simulation, aliens, they haven't got any evidence to say to me that can't happen. So, yeah.
I always think with the flat earth one, I was going to say that with the flat earth one though, like, I actually think, like, how fucking thick must people be to think the earth's flat? Because it's like, surely if it was flat, you'd either fall off the fucking edge or there'd be a really sharp fucking U-turn, like, upside down to the other side of it.
Over in Australia.
Yeah, and it's like, but I just think, like, when you break it down, like, how can it be fucking flat? Like, it can't be. It's mad.
I think the main concept of them saying no. what the flat earthers think is that there's like a dome over the earth, like you know in the Simpsons when they put a dome over Springfield and they call it the firmament. So whatever's within that dome is the flat earth, but if you remove that dome, the earth is much bigger than it's actually made out to be, because they always showcase like loads of old maps. And you see the
is it like past Antarctica?
That's right. The Arctic wall covers, I think it's the entirety of the Earth, but they say like there's more behind the wall.
Yeah.
And there's more there's Atlantis and shit's behind the wall apparently, and fucking all those forgotten cities and shit are all behind the wall. And the wall is what is keeping us in the little firmament prison or whatever. I've watched loads of docs on it. I'm not a believer, but I'm just recycling
I watch quite a few.
What they say about it, because it's fun to like think about possibilities like that, because we don't get told anything that's like truthful from like the sort of higher above. So we just got to like research it ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, that's why sometimes we just come up with a bit of bollocks, to be honest.
Yeah, it makes life interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, I do like it. I enjoy conspiracy theories. They're really like they pique my interest.
Definitely, and they make for a great conversation.
They do.
He's going down some rabbit hole there, I think.
No, I'm not. It's because you mentioned Simpsons, and we were talking about conspiracy theories. And before we press record, I know we mentioned about Simpsons conspiracy theories. So I was going to see if I could get a couple up quickly now. Whilst
I know one off the top of my head.
But I was going to read this one, and then you can do yours. So there's one here where in 2015, Simpsons predicted Donald Trump 2024. But that's not been confirmed yet, has it?
Yeah. When he first became president?
No, 2024.
Oh, the second time.
Now. But he's going for the thingy again, isn't he? And he's probably going to get it, isn't he? Over Biden.
Well, Biden's gone now, hasn't he?
I don't know. I genuinely don't follow politics.
He bowed out.
And then the Simpsons predicted about, is it 20th Century Fox getting taken over by Disney, I think?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Go on, what was yours?
They predicted 9/11 as well.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
There's so much that they predicted. It's literally insane. I think there is time travellers, though. I don't know how, but Donald Trump is supposed to be one of them. There's a long ass theory about Donald Trump being a time traveller. Something to do with
Is it his cousin or his uncle or something like that?
Yeah,
they wrote a book, didn't they?
Or something. Yeah, Nikola Tesla was building a time machine, and when he died, they went to collect it, and the person that collected it was Donald Trump's uncle or something. And there's no one can find like the records or anything now. It's all gone. So yeah, they think that the Trump family is like time travellers. And I think there probably could be one in The Simpsons as well to predict all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah, people think Matt Groening's a time traveller. Like, he gets asked it in like every interview he does. So, Matt, are you a time traveller?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's even the one, I can't really find them off the Google searches. It's quite hard to find them specifically, but I remember one where there was like there was a clip in one of the very old Simpsons, like probably in the 1999, around that time or whatever, and someone had like what looked like an iPhone and one of the Simpsons episodes.
And the fucking metaverse headset on.
Yeah, before they even existed.
Yeah. Wow.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen that picture of a boxing fight? Oh no, it's a YouTube video. It's like a Mike Tyson fight in the 1900s or whatever. And there's someone in the night,
900s.
late 1990s. You know what I mean? 1900's just fucking 0 to 99, isn't it?
Well, when you say it like that,
1994 or something then, right? And someone's in the crowd and they've got a phone in their hand, haven't they?
yeah.
And it's like, and I'm sure they've got a flash on their phone, and someone's like, what the fuck's that? Because phones weren't invented then.
That's mental.
There is loads of them pictures in real life as well. I don't know if you've seen them, but like real life pictures of people with phones in like times when they've probably only just got cameras. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah. I need to ask you another thing as well. Obviously. Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Like what's like, because I've got a couple of things here that like I want to ask you if you remember what they are and what they actually are.
So I follow a Facebook group, so I'll probably know most.
You'll probably know most of them. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. So, do you know the Monopoly guy that's like running away with like the money? Has he got a monocle?
I don't know. I think I can remember him having one, but I don't think he does have one now.
Yeah, innit? I can remember him having one, but turns out he fucking doesn't.
Well, I can confirm.
Do you know which one? Do you know which one gets me? Is the Tinkerbell one and the Disney. When Disney comes up, she used to dot the I.
Yeah, she did. I remember.
She definitely
did.
And now they claim that that's never happened.
She was just scratching at the door then and I could hear her. I was like, what's happening? She's like,
what's her name?
Chili.
Oh.
Have you ever watched, probably not, but have you ever seen Bluey?
Yes.
Do you know the mum, Chili? That's why we call her Chili.
Oh.
We're obsessed with
I've got a 6-year-old, so Bluey's literally on permanently.
How good is Bluey though? Like,
it's so funny.
Brilliant. It's so good.
We put the kids to bed before and left Bluey on, and we've continued watching it. I'm not even lying. That's how good it is. But yeah, sorry, go on. Back to the
you're fine.
Tinkerbell shit.
I agree. The Bluey is top. Do you know? Is it Snow White with the mirror?
I can't remember.
Or is it
Sleeping Beauty?
Is it Sleeping Beauty?
Where she looks in the mirror and she says,
What does she say?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
I thought that too. She actually says magic mirror on the wall. I was like, nah.
No, she doesn't.
I know.
No.
I know.
No.
Legit, she says magic mirror, but we're part of the select few who remember it saying mirror, mirror on the wall. And are you a Star Wars fan, Kimmi, by any chance? Fuming. All right, I'll take the Star Wars one out. I've got to delete about 8 paragraphs now. Fuck it. Here we go.
I like Marvel, but I can't get on with Star Wars. I've tried my hardest.
I'm the exact same, Kimmi.
I just can't.
Moving on.
He fucking hates me for it because he wanks over Star Wars.
I'm your father.
Do you know what the theory is though with the Mandela effect? So the theory is if you believe in the stuff that happened before, so you have a memory of stuff that happened before, and now it's changed, you're supposed to be one of the select few that are moving into the 4th dimension instead of living in the 3rd dimension.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the theory.
That is unreal. I've got one more to ask you, and then we'll move on. But do you know the Queen song "We Are the Champions"?
Yeah.
How does it end?
Oh God, I can't remember.
If I sing it,
is it of the world?
That's exactly what I thought. But no, apparently it just says "We Are the Champions" and then cuts off.
No, it doesn't.
I know, right? I've always gone like, the champion, then it goes dun 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 of the world. Apparently it doesn't do that. But I remember it doing that.
I need to go and listen to that.
Honestly. I went down fucking badger holes there, never mind rabbit holes.
Oh my God, I really need to listen to that now. That's annoying.
Honestly, you'll be waiting for it like
I will.
And it just won't come.
You should have put it on now, so it does it.
It won't do it.
Live on the pod.
Can you put that on? Is it copyrighted?
Yeah, we've done it before. We put Fat Boy Slim on before. He's not even.
I don't think we get enough listens to fucking know.
It's true.
So what's it called?
Queen.
Is
it We Are the Champions? I think it is, yeah.
It'll be on the top most played, won't it? So, is it that? You see it?
No.
Fuck's sake. Seymour.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah,
So remastered 2011. That might be when they fucking did it, mate.
Yeah, I know. Just right at the end, mate.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right. You heard that alright, Kimmi?
Yeah.
It's not there. It should be there. I was waiting for it.
No.
I know, it's bullshit.
I can't actually believe that.
Was you waiting for it, like?
Yeah.
What?
I heard it in my head.
I know.
That's so funny.
That's annoying.
I know. It's like an itch that you need to fucking scratch, and you're like, oh, the world. All right, now we can move on.
I was going to say, I've got a quick one, and it's because Beth asked me this the other day, or Beth told me about it, and I've just seen it now and I've done rapid Google, that Avril Lavigne is dead and she's been impersonated. Have you heard that one?
Oh, I have heard that one. She has like in pictures of it looks like she's got a mask on, like around her eyes and stuff.
Nah.
But I don't know why they do that with Avril Lavigne, because she's not really, she's not very relevant at the moment, is she? So, I could imagine them doing that with, is there someone else that's supposed to be?
Britney Spears, maybe.
Mate, I seen some weird Britney Spears stuff where, she was glitching and shit like that, and do you know? Have you seen the Instagram story videos that she does, where she
I've seen all of her Instagram. It's weird. It's odd.
Have you ever read a book?
No.
Because we spoke about this on my last pod. I read a book and
Did you say have you ever read a book or have you ever read her book?
Her book.
Okay. No.
Have you ever read a book?
I think I have. Yeah.
Not including Biff and Chip. But
oh God.
Yeah, I seen loads of conspiracy theories about her when on her Instagram videos, because she gets fucking in really tight knickers, or she'll be naked and she dances like a 5-year-old on camera and stuff. But after listening to her book, because I listened to it, I didn't read it because I can't read. It makes a lot of sense because she had a childhood stolen away from her, and she was she's not made to perform. She loved performing, but she basically just performed all the time and all shit like that. So I reckon, and then she got her kids taken away from her and all stuff like that, and she had her breakdowns and stuff. I reckon if she kind of did what she did back then in today's thingy, she'd be more taken care of. Whereas back then, it weren't as much of a thing, was it?
Shit,
everyone just ripped the fuck out of her. But the story about when she shaved her head was mad, because she was trying to go and get her kids or something from Kevin Federline's, and he just refused her entry and stuff like that. And she was like, "I want to see my fucking kids," and he was like, "Nah." And then there was a barber's across the road, and she ran across to the barber's, and obviously there's loads of paparazzi outside the house. And she just went in and grabbed the clippers off someone and fucking buzzed her head and said, "I'll give you something to fucking look at." And then there was the umbrella incident when she tried to twat one of the paps with an umbrella and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah.
I mean, I probably would too, to be honest. They're fully in your face, aren't they, all the time? That would be awful.
No. There's a good one here about the Princess Diana saying that her death was not an accident.
I believe that too. I believe that.
I think she got
taken out.
She got yeeted. Yeah, she got yeeted.
Mm-hmm. I haven't told it. But just to finish on this Mandela effect one, which
sorry, I've just absolutely jumped into his Mandela shit and just started telling you stuff about Avril Lavigne and Britney and stuff.
It's great, man.
Queening out.
This is what you do. So apparently, the Mandela effect has allegedly started since 2008, and coincidentally, that was when the CERN Super Collider was turned on.
Oh.
So it's shifted us into another fucking timeline where Queen doesn't say that. Pikachu's got a fucking full yellow tail instead of being yellow and
so
black.
He told me that before. He said, "What colour's Pikachu's tail?" And I said, "Yellow and black."
Yeah.
And we looked, and it's just
full yellow.
Fucking full yellow. But I think, isn't it? I think the trick in that is there's a little bit of brown at the bottom, and I reckon that's why people think it's yellow or black. But to be fair, I thought it was more black at the top of the tail.
Yeah, me too.
It's full yellow.
Looked like a little lightning bolt at the top of his tail, like a little black lightning bolt. Apparently, it's just full yellow.
Yeah, weird. It's weird, isn't it? It is odd.
So odd. Have you got Anything else you want to ask her before I drop the fucking big one on her?
Well, there's loads of different ones here which are dead good, but the one that I think, and I've always thought this is a Jay Rich exclusive conspiracy theory, which a lot of people will probably think it is, or they might not. But I think COVID was made up.
Oh, that's a touchy subject.
Boom.
I don't think it was necessarily made up, but I think it was created a little bit. But I do believe, in a way, people got COVID and all stuff like that. I do believe that. But I don't know me. I just think, like, it was a way to kind of... I just thought at first it's made up this, like... I'm not one of the people that say it doesn't exist. Like, I got the jabs or shit like that, I just went with the flow, because I do. But I still kind of think somewhere they invented something. Was it a way to make money from it? Was it a way to kill loads of people off? Was it a way to get the population down? Was it a way to start letting people work from home and reduce pollution? Like, I don't think, is it like a scheme that they made to protect the planet a little bit more and stop fucking, and get everyone, because when everyone was locked down and stuff for a while, all that nature and shit started popping off, and like you was getting deers fucking mooching out on the streets, and I just think, like, was it just a little clean up for the earth or something? I don't know, but yeah, I did think that. I'm not dead strong on it, like I'm not one of the people that's like going, COVID doesn't exist. Like, I
think I agree with you. It definitely happened. I don't think it was from a bat. I think it was something that someone made and it got out. I definitely think it's real. But yeah, I think the government used whatever it was to control us just a little bit more. They want us to go into like a Hunger Games sectioned kind of UK, don't they? So where you can't go out of your zone, you've got to work within that area. I don't know how they're going to police that, but I think that was a few years ago. They were talking about that, and then COVID happened. So yeah, probably. You're probably right.
It's controlling like the mass populace through fear, isn't it? Like they create the problem, they get the reaction, and then they come in with their resolution. It's like a 3-step process that, like,
and they also make money from it. So
exactly,
it's win-win for them.
It's win-win for them if war breaks out. Like, for economies, like, war is so profitable, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So like, sort of, it's no wonder that some people somewhat, are all right with going to war if you're in like higher positions of power.
Yeah,
they'll just say go for it because it's going to make us a shit ton of money. I don't know how. I don't know the economics behind that, but. It does it. It's fucking fucked up.
Yeah, it's insane.
Chilly likes you, Kimmi. Keeps coming to the laptop, sniffing you.
Hi.
Oh no, don't press fucking end call.
So, I've got another question for you, Kimmi. I want to know how you think the pyramids were built.
Okay, so my theory on the like the, I don't know what to call it. Do you know what's it called? What would you call it? It's like an eternity thing where you don't actually die. You live that
like an infinite loop or something.
Yeah, and then you go back. So my theory is that humans have already advanced so far. Already, we've already done all this before, and I don't know how or why the pyramids were built, but I think it was in the end of the life part of it, because the way that it was built, like, they couldn't do that with the stuff that they had. Like, the way that it was cut, it's like it was cut with lasers. So they've tried to recreate them, and it's like they were cut with lasers that they obviously didn't have. How did they lift them without cranes and stuff? Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? I think it's something from the future, if that makes sense. Not the future, but the loop.
Do you know what I think?
That's good. That's a great answer. I've never heard someone answer it like that. That's amazing.
Do you know what I think it was made? Aliens.
Yes, lad. Get your tinfoil hat on. Fucking bang that. Bang. There you go.
Do you know why I think that?
Oh,
expand.
Shit.
So go on. Why do you think? What do you think?
I'll tell you in a minute.
No, we're joking. I just seen it before. Let's go. It said aliens. I think it was the Egyptians. He loves having someone like me fucking sat next to him, so just fucking dumb as fuck.
It was the Egyptians. Well, it could have been. But there's another theory, so you might like this one. So there's a theory that humans have been here for a very long time already, but we fucked the planet up that much that we had to leave. So they left some people behind, and the more intelligent race they left us dumb ones here. So they're off living on another planet, on like a really healthy planet, and we're on this planet, and the pyramids are what's left from when they were first here.
Oh,
so yeah.
That reminded me that. Have you ever seen the film This Is the End?
Probably.
With like it's like Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, James Franco. It's so fucking funny where they've got to like be good for God to like remove them before what's it called? The where all like the fucking ground starts caving in and the devil demons and shit.
Oh God, what's it called?
Oh my God, I can't remember either.
It's called like
there's something with an resurrection in it.
No,
no,
it's like the reaping or something like the. Yeah, it's not the resurrection. That's what happens.
No, that's Jesus, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Jesus.
It's like Doomsday.
The rapture.
The rapture.
Yeah, rapture. Yeah.
I think my favourite bit in that is when they're in that house and Jonah Hill's in bed. And you see that big silhouette of that big demon, and it crawls up towards him in bed, and it's got a fucking like a 12-inch dong, and it just fucking bums his head off. And he wakes up in the morning and it's a demon, and he's like foaming at the mouth.
God, I forgot about that movie.
I've probably watched that movie about 30 times because when I went to uni, it was I didn't have like a TV license, or I don't think Netflix was a thing then and stuff like that. I just used to have a USB pen drive and I had that film on it. And I had 21 Jump Street and I just used to watch them two films all the time.
back to back.
Absolutely legendary films.
You'll be all right when we all have to live in a bunker then, because you'll be used to just watching a few things that you've recorded previously.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's mad. That actually reminds me, I was actually listening to a podcast the other week, and they had a guest on that, and they said that, and it was an American as well. She said her brother is an end of the world prepper. I can't remember what they called it, but he like preps for like that day when the world ends, or there's like a
doomsday.
Do you know that kind of shit?
Yeah,
he's built like a big underground thing in his house, and he's just got shitloads of like food, drink, like loads of shit like that. And everyone, and loads of guns obviously because it's in America. And like everyone thought he was mad, and then when COVID happened, he was like, "You all thought I was crazy," and shit like that. And he had like a little food stall underneath his gaff.
Food stall in there with a fucking 100,000 tins of beans or something like that, because they don't go bad.
If you could build a bunker, would you build one?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah, we've got enough money to do so.
I would rather not be here if that was all happening, to be honest. Sure. I'd rather go out gracefully and not have to fight for survival.
What would you do if there's a zombie apocalypse? How many kids have you got? So you got 2?
3.
3. So it's just y'all live at home with you?
Yeah.
So
I've got an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 6-year-old.
What would you do in that situation if you just turned on the news and there's like fucking zombies running around and shit? Like what's your first move?
I used to have a zombie plan when I lived at my old house. So I'm just finding out that I'm really fucking weird.
No, weird as that.
You seen us?
So my plan was, I got drawers under my bed and I was going to leave them empty but keep like supplies in there. So like somewhere to wee, somewhere to poo. And when there was the zombie apocalypse, I'd climb in and shut myself in. And then when the zombies came in my bedroom, they wouldn't even know I was under there. So
you'd be in a chest of drawers, all the drawers
underneath my bed.
Ah, okay.
So I'd just chill there for a few hours. And then when they'd fucked off and got bored, I'd come back out and just live in my house. But that's not my plan anymore. My plan now is to go to B&Q and build a base on top of the shelves. You'd have everything you need in there apart from food. But yeah, that'd be my plan now. But I'd probably get a bit first, to be honest.
What about Costco?
Hey?
Why don't you do, your B&Q plan, why don't you aim for a Costco? Because then you have got everything you'll need in there.
Costco don't have high enough shelves.
Do they not?
Oh, they do, don't they, actually? They do. I've not been to Costco, so I don't know.
Get on the fucking roof as well.
Costco, that's a good shout. I'm just going to write that down.
If zombie attacks, make sure you get hot dogs from Costco.
Yeah. Oh God, it would be like World War III at Costco, wouldn't it? If there was a zombie apocalypse.
How many people would go to that place?
All the zombies would just like stop and be like, actually thought that they're tearing themselves apart themselves. So he's like, oh. But
I probably would get bit first though, but I'd be alright because I don't mind. Like, I wouldn't mind a zombie life. Like it's quite chill. They just roam around and eat. I like that. I like the idea of that.
Yeah. I was going to say, have you ever seen?
There are positives.
Have you seen The Last of Us, the TV program?
No.
The Last of Us. That's unreal. Because I was going to say the only two zombie things I've really watched is The Last of Us and The Walking Dead.
I've watched The Walking Dead.
I felt like with The Walking Dead, it just got dead boring. Like when Rick went out.
I stopped watching after Rick left. I couldn't do anymore. I was like, nah.
But I was going to say, when you watch zombie shit, there's like two kinds of zombies. So I feel like in Walking Dead, you'd always be sound because the zombies are dead slow and fucking dead spazzy and shit like that. Whereas in The Last of Us, the zombies are rapid. And
yeah.
What they're called?
Clickers.
Clickers,
that's sort of thing, like, that's when you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
In The Last of Us, it's like a mushroom fungal infection thing that infects
I think
people.
I started watching that, but I haven't. Yeah, I've got the worst memory in the world for anything, so TV programs don't stick in my brain very well. I think I have started watching that. I have seen a running zombie, so yeah, that I'd be screwed.
It's with Daddy Pedro in it.
Oh man, Pedro Pascal,
the absolute man.
They can't climb ladders, can they? Well, they're not real, so I don't know if they can. They might be able to, but I'm pretty sure they can't climb ladders.
I don't think they can. I remember World War Z with Brad Pitt, where they just all piled on top of each other and went massive.
They turned into one big zombie then?
No, they don't turn into one zombie.
Fucking bad.
They climb up each other.
I'm fucking not using.
No, they just all climb on top of each other like fucking animals until like they all get to the top and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But do you know what's going to happen is we're going to have a zombie apocalypse and we are going to think that we know the ins and outs of zombies and we're going to plan for shit and then they're just going to be insane and we're going to have no clue what to do. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be like, we've got this, we're pros.
Imagine
We've watched it all.
If like you go for the head and they don't die, but it turns out you have to like stab them in like the pinky toe or something to kill them. And it's like, go for the toe.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, I think.
It's funny.
That'll be the next COVID.
Is it time for Trouble Tales?
Yeah, have you not got any more questions?
Let me rattle off some quick pyramid facts for you, Kimmi, because I think they'll keep you awake tonight. If Mike doesn't. So the Great Pyramid is perfectly aligned to magnetic true north within 3/60ths of a degree.
Mm-hmm.
The coordinates of the Great Pyramid are 29.9792458. That is the exact number of the speed of light.
Yep.
And the pyramid itself is a scale model of planet Earth to 1 times 43,200, meaning if you made the pyramid 43,200 times larger, it would equate to the entire size of the northern hemisphere.
That's insane.
And the maddest one is that the position of all three of them, of all three of the pyramids, align to the Orion constellation.
I can believe that one because Orion must have been there, right?
Yeah, in it. And then the other thing about like Orion is it's in the shape of like a guy with like a bow and arrow in it, you know, like kneeling.
Yeah.
So did that constellation kickstart the sort of like cavemen's like evolution? Like if they didn't look up to the sky and see them bow and arrow thing, did that teach them how to hunt? And then that made evolution get further along.
Oh, I like that idea.
How mad's that?
That's a good one.
Like they've been there with like a stick or something going, fucking can't get any food in me, and then they've looked up and gone, fucking let's make that. And then that's allowed them to get food, get smarter, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to look into that one.
Do it. Right then, is it time for Trouble Tales? Are you reading this one out, mate?
Yeah, well, I'll go first. Just save yours for last because yours is...
Oh, we got two.
Yeah, we got two.
Oh, fucking wonderful.
We've got two tonight. We're doing two on each one, mate.
You have the con.
Got more in the bank. So like I said, this is a fairly new segment. We've been getting our followers to send in stories to our email. We've already read quite a couple out, and they've been going down.
So funny.
So this is one that got sent in about a week ago when we put our post out. So I'll read it out as it's been sent in, because this one's on Instagram, so it's in a couple of different messages, so I hope it reads okay. So, right, it was a brisk Wednesday around midday. The weather was moderately average for Britain. I was walking back from the shop, refilling on raw blacks, when I heard what sounded like a woman in a lot of distress in one of the downstairs flats near my dad's house, which, may I add, is normally occupied by elderly or disabled people. So I made a brisk walk over to her flat, which is in the same layout as my dad's. So I knew this room was going to be a bedroom. All three of the windows are wide open at this point. It's only as I get right up to the window and was about to knock on, and there was curtains that was closed, when I heard other words thrown in there, such as "fuck yeah" and "oh god, this is so fucking amazing." To which I then immediately realised what was going down. I couldn't help but burst out laughing, but then felt awful, so I kindly shouted, "Your windows are open." For her to finish, and then I ran off laughing and crying. I then got back to my dad's and explained what had happened to him, for him to then tell me that the previous week she had a knife fight with someone whilst having a party in her flat, resulting in her getting kicked out, and ended up trying to break through my dad's back garden, setting the dog off, and set his doorstep off for a good 20 minutes until someone reported her to the police. I thought this was an old lady that fell over and was in need. Remind me to never rescue any fucker ever again who doesn't need saving.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I don't think I've ever had anything like that happen in terms of anything awkward like that where you've turned up to somewhere. Once, when I was younger, I was playing wrestling in the garden with my brother, and he kind of did a wrestling move with me. He picked me up like that to throw me, and he lifted me up over the fence. And I looked over the fence at my next door neighbour's house as he did it, and the guy was in his room just fucking bashing my head there.
Oh my god!
And I went, put me down. I was probably about 12.
I need to go for a wee before I read mine out.
Yeah.
You used to carry on, but I remember you telling me that story.
Yeah, I'm not going to name the person, but
Gary was an absolute lurch as well, wasn't he?
No.
I've had similar with my own mum. So I heard my mum moaning, and it sounded like she was in pain, and I heard a slapping sound, and I was like, "What's happening to my mum?" Ran upstairs, and she was with my stepdad over the sofa, and he was spanking her, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I didn't say anything. I just left. I was I'm not even gonna.
Was you young?
I'm not. Oh, I was about 13.
Oh my god!
I hope my mum don't listen to this, because she doesn't know that. She'd be mortified.
I don't think there's anything more awkward and worse than stories like that about your parents when you was a kid.
I know.
You just be laying
That's
there.
the only time that's ever happened, ever. Yeah, not great. It's happened to me though.
What with your kids walking in and you?
Not my kids, my Amazon delivery driver.
What?
I made a TikTok about it, and it went viral. So I was having some alone time, just some cheeky little time by myself, in my bedroom, and I was making noise. And then afterwards, I came downstairs, and my front door was open, wide open, and the parcel was at the bottom of my stairs. And I felt violated. I was what the fuck? Well, firstly, why the fuck have you came in my house? Why have you opened my door? And why have you purposely left it at the bottom of the stairs so I knew that you was there? That's weird.
That is mad.
So yeah, awful.
What was that? Did a postman come into the house to put the parcel on the stairs?
The Amazon delivery man. So I was having some alone time in my bedroom, being a bit loud. And then when I'd finished, I went downstairs, and my front door was wide open, and the parcel was at the bottom of my stairs.
Oh my god, that is creepy as fuck. Do you reckon, like,
I felt violated.
it was like
Yeah, I reckon he was.
oh,
Insane.
mad. Right, is it time for mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I needed that. Fucking hell. Right, it says, "Hey up, lads. I'm sure I've told this before, but I think... Oh, hang on, let me start again. Hey up, lads. A lot of times before masturbation, I'll find a cracking porno, whip out the old purple-headed womb ferret, get ready to make some cream. However, before doing so, I'll find an attractive girl on Instagram who I know very well or is from the local area, some of which I see most weekends, but I've never had the opportunity to strike anything romantic with. And just before I ejaculate, I'll come off the porno and go back to the Instagram photo and absolutely squirt my yogurt rifle."
Oh my god.
I'm a sick, twisted, dirty bastard. But dunno, I guess it's the idea of never seeing them in their birthday suit, so I let my imagination and cock wander into the depths of smegma with this one. It gets worse.
Why is it so descriptive?
Our followers, man. The darkest I did was my ex-girlfriend's sister whilst I was with her. I loved my girlfriend, but my God, I'd have scraped my balls through a hedgehog's farm to smell milk hanging off their memory glands.
I like this person.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. And then he says...
This person's a legend.
And then he says, "At least it's not Benjamin Button. All the best, lads. Absolutely love it."
That's so funny.
Oh,
That's brilliant. I love that.
wow. Oh, what a story.
That's great. Oh my god, I love the descriptions.
I've never heard hedgehog's farm before. I've always heard
No,
like
I
I'd scrape the balls through loads of broken glass or something like that. But
Yeah,
hedgehog's
yeah.
farm. That's unreal.
One that I've had recently was I can't remember what he said now. So he would like scrape his balls along something just to hear me fart through a walkie-talkie.
Wow, imagine like it went at the end, but it was like just the static or something. It was like, oh, that's just the static, mate. I've never farted yet.
That's so funny. You must have some good trouble tales to send in to us.
I know. Will you send us some? And we won't say your name, obviously.
I'll send you some. I don't actually know if I've got any. I live a very sheltered life, so I've only actually had 2 sexual partners, even though I do OnlyFans. So I was with my first partner for like 15 years. And then I met Mikey, so yeah, I don't really have any.
We meant more in terms of like the people that must have told you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got loads of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't insinuating there, just to clarify. Like it wasn't. It was more. It was more so just you must have some rattling around in your brain right now.
I can't think of any offhand, to be honest. I know I've had loads though. Yeah, I can't think of any offhand.
Yeah, it's just
I'll send them in.
I was actually going to ask something on the back of something from the start. Is your name actually Kimmi Kaiy? Or is that a play on Kim Kardashian with the OnlyFans and stuff?
My name's Kimberly. I won't tell you my last name. But yeah, so initially I was on TikTok as my normal name, and then I've got a few weirdos, so I had to change it. So
yeah.
I literally couldn't think of anything apart from K. I just thought it sounded nice, Kimmi Kaiy. Obviously I spelled it differently to Kim Kardashian. But yeah, that's literally that's as exciting as that story gets. I'm afraid.
I just thought it was like something to do with Kim Kardashian and the OnlyFans or something like that when I see it.
I don't think I've ever watched the Kardashians ever in my life, but it was just the alliteration that I liked.
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a wrap then, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got no more questions for you that I can think of anyway. Have you enjoyed your time here with us two fucking nuggets?
I have. It's been really fun. I honestly, I could literally talk about conspiracies all day, every day.
Oh, that's good to know.
So yeah, and I don't really get the opportunity to talk about that because everyone just thinks you're fucking mental.
No, I love all
I've
that shit.
enjoyed it.
We'll
I don't mind being mental. Do you believe in any conspiracies?
Just the COVID one.
Just COVID.
And Ryan's internet's controlled by aliens.
Oh, do I actually believe in one? It's controversial, man. But fuck it.
Go for it.
I think 9/11 was an inside job.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And one of the reasons why I think, well, actually, I'll do two, just two little factoids. It's only my opinion. I'm not saying it's true or whatever, but a couple of days before it happened, they changed the insurance to include terrorism attacks on the buildings. Coincidence number one.
I didn't know that.
Coincidence number two is, yeah, the Twin Towers, they got hit and stuff, but does anyone remember Building 7 that also fell down?
No.
Did that get hit by a plane? No.
No idea.
It was just on fire in some of the floors there, and then you hear I think it's either the chairman or something to do with like who can make a decision on the buildings, and he says to the fire engine dude, "I think we should pull it," and that is universal linguistics for demolition to fucking strip the cunt down.
Yeah.
And all it had was fucking a few fires on the floors. It's a steel fucking construction building. Wouldn't have made it fall
it's odd how it went.
on its own footprint, which it did.
Also, did they actually do a demolition on it, were they?
Well, that's what
No, they say that they didn't.
They say that they didn't, but that's what I think happened.
That's what happened, though, isn't it? Didn't it just eventually collapse as well?
Yeah, but it wouldn't collapse the entire building if it just had a few fires knocking them out.
It was weird how it happened, like, simultaneously as well. Like,
yeah,
if one went down,
yeah,
it could be right, but they literally both went down. Yeah, it's odd.
They both went down, and then a third one went down, which no one fucking remembers. And it was only on fire a bit inside. No structural integrity damage at all. A third building, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to look into that one as well. I've literally watched so many documentaries about 9/11.
Me too.
But it's not conspiracy, it's like what happened.
Yeah.
So I think my mind's kind of on that. So I need to look at your conspiracy stuff.
Just honestly, Building 7 and that for me was just like how the fuck, why did it fall down then?
What do you think the reason was why they did that?
Ooh.
To make it more safe on planes?
No.
More safe?
Maybe it was to build the terrorist threat level up so that they could go and do whatever they needed to do.
Yeah, I think it was to promote the war on the noun terror. So it created the buzzword of terror, like terrorism.
Thing you think of in it,
and then it also sort of highlighted who the villains were going to be portrayed from this day henceforth after 9/11. Hopefully everyone gets what I mean by that. I'm not going to say
Bin Laden. Oh, he's joking. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and to promote this like war on terror, we've got to get the terror and stuff like that. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? And what does war create? Terror. So you're having a war against the consequences, against the actions you're involved in. You know what I mean? It's like you said, a bit of a fucking loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what was the other thing about it that made me like go fuck? Like I do actually think it was. I think it was something to do with the like testimonies of like the fire marshals and things like that, saying that there were like loads of big explosions and stuff on like floors below them in the basement and shit, and like people who were recounting like who were there. It's just like loads of stuff that's like, well,
just a bit dodgy.
And apparently,
could the plane have bombs in it or something?
But
that's what all the bangs was.
But this was before the plane went in.
Oh, right.
And another thing is the buildings were specifically designed to withstand a plane crashing into them. that they were made of full, like, I don't know, full steel rods and stuff like that.
Sorry.
Chili's fucking did a little dump then on the desk. You know, just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying it's a fact or trying to fucking sway anyone's mind or whatever. I'm just saying what I think. We're allowed to do that, aren't we?
Freedom of speech.
Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one.
Oh, we'll definitely do a
Sometimes
part
they're
2.
full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I that probably will be shit while I'm talking there, but oh well, this is my platform. I'll fucking say what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just going to say we'll definitely do a part 2 as well, because even though it's been really good, I feel like we've had to be like quiet because my kids are like in bed and stuff. So we've been trying to be quiet, but still been fucking.
Still been so good. We've been so thankful that you've agreed to do it, man. We were dead excited all day, like messaging going, I think it's going to be fucking mint. And I was like, mate, look at all the facts I've got about the pyramids. And he was like, don't give a fuck about the pyramids.
I'd love to come on and chat to you about dark humour.
Yeah.
Because that's my passion.
It is, isn't it? I feel a bit bad that we've
No, it's fine. I've really loved talking about conspiracy, so it's absolutely fine. And people just are going to find out that I'm a weirdo and my brain doesn't work like everyone else's.
You're going to get some trouble boys signing up to your OnlyFans anyway. You're on half.
Not us, by the way. It'll be our followers, I bet.
That's cool.
Maybe that I'll create like a pseudonym or something. I'm now like Keith Jones from fucking Surrey.
I'm going to have a look later to see if I can spot you.
Just wrap it in with a moustache on.
Don't do that.
What?
Hitler, bro.
What, doing that?
That's offensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
God, you are trying to get us cancelled, mate.
That is the universal symbol for a moustache. I didn't do fucking that.
That's fucking Hitler.
That's fucking cancelled, mate. Not that.
I'm going to clip that picture of him. Just put on it, I love Hitler.
Please don't do that.
Getting cancelled.
Yay.
It's a good ride. Very good run, Nick. What was that 40 episodes you made it to?
Did it well?
Yeah. Cheers, good. Should not kill myself.
Oh, mate.
Amazing. Thanks so much for your time, Kimmi. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I've really enjoyed myself.